I just learned 15 ways to change my life by reading this little book, The Little Things by Angie Andrews.
You can't just read a little book and have instantly changed your life.
You know, that's where you're wrong. The book actually talks about change.
Now, wait a minute. We've all heard that it takes time to change. You're telling me that you just read a little book and now your life has changed?
You know, there's a chapter on that, and it calls that a myth about change, that change is actually something that happens, it can happen very fast. Think about a storm.
Winning the lottery.
Yeah, or an accident or something. Change can happen very quickly.
Okay, so I can see how sometimes change can happen very quickly, especially if somebody just like walks up and gifts you something, like Mr. Beast videos. I mean, he's always giving people money.
Yes, he is.
And sometimes they don't realize it until he gives them something. So there are times when suddenly change can happen.
Yes. And it also depends. I mean, I highly recommend you read the book about the chapter on change, because he gives myths about change and he gives reasons for change.
Okay, so then let's bottom line this. Is this book going to go back on the shelf, or are you going to gift it, or just put it in the stack to get rid of?
I think it's going to be a gift to somebody.
Ooh, she's going to get rid of a book. It's going to be a gift.
It is.
All right. Hey, maybe you want to put a comment in there and say, me, I'll take it. Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. This is obviously not a fiction book. So tell me a little bit about his writing style, a little bit about the book.
So Angie Andrews is a great author. This is a nonfiction book. It's got 15 chapters giving specific ways, the small things that you can do to change your life. But his writing style is very filled with stories.
Yeah, so if you watch this video review channel very long, or you look at our writing tips and stuff, you're going to see that I love Angie Andrews. He's one of my favorite authors, but I'm letting Angie talk about this book. This really does give you a lot of good information. So tell us a little bit more about what's in this book.
So I'm going to highlight a couple of chapters.
Okay, no spoilers.
Well, spoilers are okay with nonfiction.
Okay, yeah.
So the first one is there's a chapter on don't take offense. And I think it's such a good reminder that we get to choose if we're going to take offense.
You know, that is really probably, I'm going to read that. Let's not give it away till I read it, because people take offense all the time, very easily, and then they don't let go of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a difficult topic. So I'm going to read it and then we'll give it away.
It's a really difficult topic, the taking offense, because people do that and they have no idea. They don't communicate it. They don't let go of it. And he really talks really well about it in that chapter.
Highlight another one for me.
So another chapter will be do not quit. Don't be a quitter.
Don't be a quitter.
And I love this. I really, as a mother, I emphasize this with our kids. They would start things and it would become uncomfortable and they didn't want to do it anymore. And I would tell them, you committed to this. You are going to finish.
Yeah, it's a requirement. If you're in our household, when you start something, you're going to finish what you start. It's just so important because we don't want to be quitters. And so here's a writing tip. If you're writing, if you've ever thought about writing, maybe you jotted some notes about a book you want to write, fiction or nonfiction, don't quit.
Yeah.
Persevere. And he talks about that.
He really does. And he gives a personal story about himself when he's in middle school and he gets on the football team. And he's like, I really liked the idea of football, but once I started, it was miserable. And he said, I went home puking and complaining and crying and begging my parents to let me quit. And his dad would not let him quit.
That is powerful. I think we need that in our lives.
But one of the things he does is he says later in life, after he's an adult, he goes back to his father and talks to his dad about it. And his dad said, I cried when you didn't see me crying. I wanted to let you quit, but I knew this was a short time and the lesson you would learn in life was more important than the uncomfortableness of that moment.
Wow. Man, that's good. The deeper theme of this book really is just simple life lessons
Yes.
that we can learn to change our life, what's going on in our life. So, I mean, do you love it or hate it? That's pretty obvious.
I love it. It's a great book. I think it's a great book for a gift giving. If you have someone that you need to buy a gift for, and they're in a season of change in their life, and they want to, you want to encourage them. This book is definitely a go-to for gift giving and for just that little bit of encouragement and nudge to grow and change and be better.
Okay, so we're going to have a link in the description down below because this is a really good book.
It's very excellent.
It would bless our channel if you went through the link. So it's an
Yes.
affiliate link, right? And hit subscribe, like, share this with your friends, and we'll catch you in the next one.